If you're planning to launch a sleek, professional-looking website in 2025, one of the most important decisions you'll make is choosing the right builder. It's not just a design choice, it's something that can make or break your project. Pick the wrong one, and you could find yourself burning time and cash without ever getting the results you're aiming for. Whether that's attracting customers, generating leads, or just getting people to engage with your site. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the top 5 website builders, but not overwhelm you with endless options. Instead of listing dozens of tools, I'm focusing on 5 platforms that I think cover pretty much every kind of website goal. Whether you're launching an online store, building a site for your business, starting a fundraiser, or even showcasing your personal brand, there's something here that's going to be a great fit. Let's begin with the one I'd recommend to most people. If you're creating a simple, clean website, a few pages for your business, a personal portfolio, a booking tool for a service, or even a lightweight e-commerce store, this category is for you. Whether you're an influencer selling a few items, a local service provider needing an online presence, or someone who sells products at in-person events and wants an online extension of your brand, this builder hits the sweet spot. Now, I used to recommend tools like Wix or Squarespace for this kind of setup, but honestly, those platforms have gotten pretty expensive, and they haven't evolved much. The features are solid, but the value just isn't there anymore. That's why I now recommend something else: the Hostinger Website Builder. It's incredibly easy to use, loaded with modern features, and the pricing is honestly hard to beat. Here's the kicker: it costs just $3 or $4 per month. That's it, which makes it ideal for small projects, personal websites, and startup budgets. The builder itself is drag and drop. You've got your elements on the side like text boxes, buttons, images, and you literally drag them into place wherever you want. The interface is intuitive, super responsive, and doesn't require any coding knowledge. For beginners, the learning curve is almost non-existent. And while it's beginner-friendly, it's not beginner-only. It can grow with you. If you eventually want to expand your site, say build out a blog or hire contributors, there's a one-click migration option to WordPress. That's right, Hostinger also hosts WordPress, so when you're ready to scale, the transition is smooth and seamless. That makes it a rare combination of user-friendliness and future-proofing. You won't outgrow it overnight. Let's get a little more specific. Who is this really for? First, anyone creating a basic 1, 2, or 3-page site, whether it's a portfolio, a landing page, or a local business website. You can even integrate social media, embed your Instagram feed, and add contact forms easily. Second, service businesses. Let's say you run a yoga studio or a barber shop. You can use this builder to let clients book appointments, leave reviews, or send inquiries directly through your site. Third, lead generation. If all you need is a digital billboard where people can find your phone number or business info, this builder has you covered without charging $25 a month like some other platforms. Fourth, light e-commerce. There's a full online store system built into Hostinger's builder. No transaction fees, and it works great for selling merch, handmade products, or anything else. Influencers especially will love this setup. Fifth, visibility and promotion. Whether you're organizing a local event, raising funds for a cause, or building a personal brand, you can easily spin up a site that looks polished and professional without hiring a designer. So while it may sound a bit broad to say this is the best for most people, it really is. The flexibility, pricing, and ease of use make it a top contender for anyone who's just trying to get a solid site live without overcomplicating things. But with that said, there are still 4 more builders worth talking about, because while Hostinger is great for general needs, it's not always the right choice if your goals fall into more specialized categories. And for those, the builder you choose can make an even bigger difference. Now let's talk about those of you who are fully focused on selling products. If your goal is to build an actual online store, whether you're drop shipping, doing print on demand, or managing inventory, then you're going to want something built specifically for commerce. This category is for people who aren't just looking to showcase a product or add a checkout button. I'm talking about those of you running a real shop. You might already be selling through Etsy, eBay, or even in person at events or markets, but now you're ready to level up and take control of your brand with your own online store. In that case, the best platform by far is Shopify. It's purpose-built for online selling, and it's become the go-to option for serious e-commerce businesses. Sure, Shopify gives you everything you'd expect from a traditional website, pages like About, Contact, and all the essentials, but its real power lies in how well it handles sales, inventory, and growth. Everything about this platform is optimized for selling things online, and it shows. You get robust inventory tracking, built-in SEO tools, product variants, and an app store that is absolutely packed with integrations. If a tool exists for online selling, email marketing, abandoned cart recovery, shipping automations, you name it, it probably has a Shopify app. It's a massive ecosystem. That's because Shopify is the biggest e-commerce platform in the world. So when software companies are building new integrations, they start with Shopify. It's always the priority platform for any e-commerce tool or service. And if you also sell in person, at craft fairs, pop-up shops, or a brick-and-mortar location, Shopify makes it super easy to sync everything with its point-of-sale (POS) system. You can track online and offline sales in one place. Their POS Lite plan is just $49, and if you'd rather skip the hardware, you can even take in-person payments using Tap to Pay on your iPhone through the Shopify app. Seriously convenient. Honestly, I could do an entire video just on Shopify. There's that much to cover. But to keep it simple, here are the 3 main types of sellers I'd recommend this platform for. First, if you have a physical product line and need serious inventory tools, Shopify is a no-brainer. Whether you're fulfilling orders yourself or through a warehouse, Shopify gives you all the tools you need to stay organized. Second, if you're into dropshipping, this is your best bet. Most dropshipping tools are built to plug directly into Shopify. So whether you're using DSers, Spocket, or something else, the setup process is incredibly smooth. Third, print on demand. Shopify pairs beautifully with services like Printful, Printify, and Gelato. You can create your designs, sync them instantly, and let the service handle the printing and shipping. Shopify takes care of the storefront, order processing, and payment. So if your site's primary focus is selling products, not just displaying them, this is the platform you want. It's scalable, powerful, and has every tool you'll need along the way. All right, next up, we're going to shift gears a little and talk about websites that revolve around content, not just products. Whether you're blogging, publishing digital downloads, or building a massive library of articles, there's a better option built specifically for that. So now let's switch it up a bit. We've talked about easy builders for small businesses and powerful tools for e-commerce, but what if your goal is to publish content? Lots of it. Maybe you're building a blog, a resource hub, a niche site with hundreds of articles, or even a content-driven business that needs to scale long-term. In that case, you're going to want a platform that's flexible, powerful, and proven to grow with you. And that platform is WordPress. To be clear, I'm talking about WordPress.org, not WordPress.com. They're very different things, and we'll get into that in a second. WordPress.org is the free open-source version that powers over 40% of all websites on the internet. That's a massive chunk, and it's popular for a reason. If you've ever clicked on a blog article from Google or browsed a site full of guides, tutorials, or niche content, there's a good chance it was built on WordPress. It's basically the gold standard for websites with a lot of content and customization needs. Now, WordPress itself is free, but you'll need to pair it with a host. That's where Hostinger comes in again. They actually started out as a WordPress hosting provider, and they still do a fantastic job at it. Their plans are insanely affordable, like $2 or $3 a month, and they've got great uptime, solid performance, and easy setup tools. Let me break this down in a way that makes sense, especially if you're new to all this. Think of WordPress as the software you use to build your website. Like Microsoft Word is the software you'd use to write a document. Without Word, you're just typing on a blank screen. WordPress gives you the functionality to create and manage a website, adding pages, uploading images, publishing blog posts, and so on. But that software has to live somewhere. On your computer, a Word document is saved on your hard drive. On the internet, a website needs to be saved on a server, and that's what a host is. It's the place your website lives, and it's how others can access it. Hostinger is that place. So to get started, you'll install WordPress on your hosting account, super easy to do, and then use it as your control panel. You'll also get access to thousands of themes, layouts, and plugins to customize the look and functionality of your site. WordPress might seem intimidating at first, especially if you're used to builders like Wix or Shopify. But once you get familiar with it, it's actually pretty straightforward. Most of it is drag and drop these days. You don't need to touch code unless you want to. Now let's talk about the real superpower of WordPress, its plugin ecosystem. Need a contact form? There's a plugin for that. Want to track visitors with analytics? There's a plugin for that. Want to optimize your site for SEO or add a newsletter sign up? You guessed it, plugins. WordPress has over 55,000 of them, and many are free. You can customize your site endlessly, whether you're running a blog, offering downloads, building a directory, or even selling digital products. There's a plugin for just about anything. Another reason WordPress is so popular is because it ranks well in search engines. You can use plugins like Yoast SEO to optimize your content and get found more easily on Google, Bing, and beyond. If you're planning to publish a lot of content and want it to perform well long-term, this is where you want to be. To recap, WordPress is the platform you want if your website is going to be big in content, structure, or functionality. It's not just for blogs either. It's for any site that needs total control and the ability to grow without limits. Think of it as the pro-level website system, but one that you can still learn with no coding experience. Just don't confuse it with WordPress.com, which is a more limited version designed for simplicity but lacks the full power of WordPress.org. Stick with .org, pair it with solid hosting like Hostinger, and you'll have a platform that can grow with you for years. All right. Up next, let's talk about something a little more visual. If you're trying to create a super modern, animated, interactive website, something that turns heads, there's a specific platform for that too. Alright, now we're heading into more advanced territory. Let's say you don't just want a standard website. You want something with movement, animations, and that wow factor that makes people pause and go, okay, this looks amazing. You're not just sharing information. You're creating an experience. If your goal is to build a site like that, something that feels alive, where elements shift as you scroll or visuals animate on hover, you're going to need more creative control than what most builders offer. Think of websites like Coca-Cola, Apple, or Oreo, those highly polished, scroll-driven designs. You won't be selling products there necessarily, but you will be building brand awareness and delivering something visually memorable. For this type of site, I highly recommend Webflow. There are some new players entering this space, like Wix Studio, but Webflow is still the one I'd suggest. It's incredibly powerful, highly flexible, and honestly, once you see what's possible with it, you'll realize why agencies, startups, and designers absolutely love it. I'll be honest though, Webflow isn't the easiest to learn. Compared to something like Hostinger or Shopify, the interface looks more like a design software tool than a typical website builder. But if you take the time to learn it, what you can create is on another level. The great thing is, you don't need to code to get started. Everything is visually built using a class-based system, and you have total control over how each element appears and behaves. And if you do know how to code or want to add custom scripts, there's a section where you can drop that in without disrupting the rest of the build. Webflow is especially great for anyone building sites for clients. Agencies that need fast, impressive results use it all the time. And if you're building your own personal brand or launching a startup and want a truly premium landing page, this is where Webflow shines. It's a bit more involved than other tools in this video, but the creative payoff is absolutely worth it. So if you're someone who wants total design freedom, advanced visual effects, and something that stands out from the usual template-based sites, Webflow is definitely the platform to explore. All right, let's move on to our final category. This last one is for those of you who want to teach, coach, or sell an online course. If you're looking to turn your expertise into income with video lessons, private communities, or coaching sessions, there's a platform built just for that. Yes, you could technically hack something together using other platforms, but it usually ends up looking messy and unprofessional. Instead, I recommend going with something built from the ground up for creators, Kajabi. Kajabi is the all-in-one platform trusted by thousands of course creators and coaches. You can upload your lessons, build custom pages, create email sequences, manage your schedule, and process payments, all in one place. It's super intuitive, beginner-friendly, and very well supported. Sure, there are alternatives like Teachable or Thinkific, but Kajabi consistently stands out for its Polish community and how much it simplifies the entire process. So if you've got a skill or system people want to learn, and you're ready to turn that knowledge into revenue, Kajabi makes the entire setup incredibly smooth. And there you have it. 5 website platforms, each tailored to a specific type of project or business in 2025. Whether you're just getting started, building an online store, launching a blog, creating a jaw-dropping design, or teaching what you know through a course, there's a perfect tool out there for you. If one of these platforms stood out to you, check the links in the description. If this video helped, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more digital tools, tutorials, and strategies to help grow your business online. I'll see you in the next one.